And here we are, just going to take this minion wave and hopefully get into the base. So I've just got to level 11 now, and I've taken the second level of Highlander, which is, in my opinion, where Master Yi starts to really become very powerful. As the second level of Highlander lasts longer, makes you faster and gives you more attack speed. Now the lasting longer part is the key, because generally the lowest level of Highlander doesn't last long enough for you to kill somebody while it's still running, which means that you don't get a bonus from the kill, which refreshes all your cooldowns, allowing you to use it again. There's a little bit of a lag spike there, so I've just decided to hide in the bush until I'm going to recall until the lag goes away, because I don't want to get jumped. Alright, I think it's gone away, so I've decided to stay in the area. Still looks a bit laggy to me though, but we're going for it. I'm asking my team if it's lagging. I think they say no. No, they say no. And I decided I'll just play it out rather than recall. Now at this point in time it's not an advisable thing to do, because I can't see any of the enemy heroes on the map, on the mini-map, so they could be anywhere. They could be heading towards me now, all 5 of them. That's something you've got to be aware of, and there they are, sure enough. And that's a good example of how to not play with lag, and also not to, when you can't see any of the enemy heroes on the minimap, and you're on your own, they're probably coming for you. But I think that's probably one of a few deaths I get. So at the top you can see my statistics: the sword, the skull, and the hand. It's the kills, deaths, and assists. So I've got 3-1-2. Not overly spectacular at the moment, but I think this game ends up being quite a rampant rape fest later, so we'll see what happens. So right now I'm just pushing our minion wave forward, away from our turret. I don't want the enemy to get close to it. And this is a good opportunity to farm for gold. As you can see, I'm scoring gold left, right, and centre, which is good because it's giving me more items. And what we might not have seen when I died there, and I cut the video to cut out the period when I was dead, but I bought a BF sword, which is upped my attack damage significantly, and that's the first part of the Infinity Edge, which I'm going to build later. Right, this is a dragon creep, which I can take solo at this point. With the lifesteal I've got, you can see I'm just healing myself. Every time it damages me, I just heal back, and it's going down quite quickly. While we're attacking, it might want to look out for I'll switch the camera around there, but critical hits that appear above a thing you're attacking are often boldened and show you the critical you've scored. That's important to know, especially if you're basing your damage off of a critical chance or a critical damage approach. So I'm coming to the middle here to lead in this wave, which, if we look back to it in a moment, no, I'm going to help the team at the top. If we notice, if you go back to that, you can see there's a super creep in that lane, which is a lot bigger and has giant power claws. Almost looks like, yes, there's one there, and going around the ruin of the turret. It's a very powerful, very resistant siege creep, which is almost as tough as a champion, really, in terms of health and damage. And once you destroy the inhibitor, as we have done, that inhibitor is destroyed, you start spawning them in that lane, and they basically lead the charge for the rest of the minions and for you into the enemy base, which is where we are at the moment. So we're in the enemy base, and the enemy team are defending their nexus from us pushing straight at it. And I'm trying not to get too close to Ashe, because she has a long range spread shot ability, and she's just used a crystal arrow there to attack severe. I've activated Highlander, and I've come back to just destroy everybody basically. We managed to get Yana there. I've been exhausted, gonna have to go away again. But I do know that I do remember this now. Actually, I think I do get them. So I go in here. I think I'm gonna go creep this. No, creeping into the bush. So she can't see me here. She probably knows I'm here. I'm gonna exhaust her probably. No, just gonna leave her, let her go. But that's Morgana on the enemy team, and looks like she's probably going to get away. So no, she doesn't. Tryndamere gets her. There's Twitch, and we're going to go for him. So I've alpha striked onto him, and I might be able to get another hit on him. No, Ashe is slowing me down. I'm probably going to die for that, yep. Ashe has a frost shot, which slows people down when she activates it, and that's basically what saved Twitch there. So I was trying to push with Tryndamere, and he also died there. You might not have noticed, but you can see for who's dead and who's alive from the portraits in the top left, which show you if someone's alive, or if they're dead. They have a timer next to their name. You can see there's a timer next to Tryndamere in the bottom. It says he's got 30 seconds till he's coming back. So this is what it looks like when you're dead. Everything's greyed out, and you can only really watch what's going on, watch your team, and hope that everything's okay. But when you die, your team is informed, so they'll know that we are dead, and they can adjust themselves appropriately. So I'm going to go into the jungle and try and score some more gold. When I went back to the shop the last time, though, when I was dead, I bought Zeal, which increases my attack speed, my movement speed, and my critical chance. It's a very good item, especially for this build. I'm going for speed, attack speed, and critical chance. It's all 3 in 1, and that builds into the Phantom Dancer, which I'm going to get later, possibly, if this game goes on long enough. There's a crystal shot stunning Aranivia, who's probably going to go down into the egg form, which is a second life almost if you have somebody who can protect you, but in this case, unfortunately, it's been fried. Sign me up with Severe here to try and help her escape in case anyone was chasing her. And we're just going to hook up around here, check the dragon. It's not there, so we can't kill that in the time being. So the enemy team is still confined to their base whilst they're so vulnerable with their inhibitor down and their super minions streaming into their base. I'm going to try and take the Lizard Elder if it's there. It is. Now this buff is on the Lizard Elder there. It's the red buff. It's when on hit it triggers to slow and do extra damage to whatever you hit, whether it's a minion or a champion. So it's a very good buff for a DPS here because it makes you do more damage, and whatever you're hitting is dramatically slowed. So especially with Yi, it's a much exacerbated effect. Nothing can escape you, basically, is the upshot of this buff with Master Yi. And you can see how long the buff lasts. And above the heads up at the bottom, there's 3 passive effects, 3 auras I have. One is Wuju style, one is the Emblem of Valor, which is a health regen aura, and the pink one from the third from the left is the lizard buff, and it shows you how long it's got till it runs out. Ashe just tried to shoot me there and missed. So I'm going to go into the jungle. Right, I'm probably going to try and go for somebody here. Don't know exactly who, so I'm going to wait in this bush because those two have gone in slightly prematurely. I'm going to go for Twitch here, and I do get him. And here's where the glory of Highlander comes in. I reactivate Highlander to escape. I'm so fast that I do manage to escape. And you can see on the minimap they're trying to chase me for a brief period there, but they just can't keep up with that. That is quite a movement speed, and there's my team laughing at my very lucky escape. I wouldn't recommend doing anything like that, a 1v4, unless you're really certain you can kill somebody, because you won't be able to get Highlander back in time to escape with. So I'm recalling back to the base. I've got some more gold.